Everybody, this is Dream, and today I'm going to be reviewing Alwa's Awakening. Alwa's Awakening is developed and published by Elden Pixels, and it comes out on November 5th, and it's $9.99 on Xbox. So, Alwa's Awakening is a Metroidvania platformer, and if you've played games like this before, you know what to expect here. There won't be anything in this particular game that you haven't seen in previous games like it. This game is pretty dense and there's a lot to it, and it is a very difficult game. There are settings in the game to make it a little bit easier if you're having trouble. I don't really recommend these kind of games for people that aren't into these kind of games, but you know, the 8-bit Metroidvania games. But if you like these kind of games, then you'll probably like this quite a bit. It's a very well put together game overall. And it's easy enough, like, if you're used to these games, to kind of pick it up and play it. The game is pretty large for this type of game, and there's, you know, it's just put together really well. You play as a character named Zoe, and she has to bring peace to the land of Alwa. And so you have a magic staff that you use to find your way through, and your staff can pick up these special runes in order to make your character better. There are hundreds of rooms in the game that you go through to find the runes, and you, in order to progress and beat the game, you'll need to find all those. So it's not as, like, non-linear as it kind of tries to make it out to be, because you do have to, like, find certain things in order to progress. But it is put out pretty well, where you don't really feel like you're backtracking too much, assuming that you kind of follow along what you need to be doing next. As for the game itself, it's a mostly enjoyable experience. Like I said, if you are into these Metroidvania games, then you'll probably like this one quite a bit. It's not bad. You know, it's obviously it's a 8-bit game, so you know you have to take that for what it's worth. And you haven't seen anything, and you know you haven't not seen anything like this in the other games in the genre. But it is a pretty chill, interesting little game. For the $9.99 price tag, I think it's probably a pretty good value for what it is. It has a pretty good amount of you know, gameplay and stuff. And I think that that's pretty standard price point for a lot of these kind of games. I will say that I think it's a little cheaper on Steam. I checked that out, so you might be able to pick it up on Steam if you don't care about the achievements so much. The achievements don't seem too terrible in this either. You know, I think most people are taking 10 to 15 hours to complete it. There's one achievement for completing the game super quickly, which might be kind of difficult for novice Metroidvania players, but overall the game's not too terrible, and you could have a lot of fun playing it if you're into these sort of games. So if you do pick it up, let us know in the comments what you think, and have a nice day, guys.